Some of the accessories I like to have on hand for embroidery is, of course, embroidery thread, or embroidery bobbin thread. Markers to mark the center of the fabric. So I like the Fix-On pins. Those go out or away with the heat of the iron. Clover makes a white version of that same concept, which I love to have handy. You probably want your screwdriver close by. You want embroidery needles. Those will need to be purchased separately. They don't come with your machine. They're extra sharp and really have a nice eye for the decorative threads you're going to be using. The sensor Q-foot is one that we're going to switch to about halfway through. I'm going to show you the cool part of how that works. It is the part that comes with it is the foot that comes with the designer diamonds and the high-end embroidery machine. So that is wonderful. You can go ahead and pull out your USB stick. All your designs are built into your machine, but this is where you're going to use it to transfer designs from your computer to your embroidery machine. So when this comes out, usually what I like to do is just kind of slip this little cord through its loop. And then that way I can not lose it as we're working here. And then two, another thing we do is even just loop this loop, little strap, through the back of the handle. Let me just pull this off and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to slide that down, slide this down, as we'll take the handle and then just wrap this through. Then that way it can kind of hang off the back side. It will fit over here when we go to plug it in. And it's just easy to kind of keep track of as we go. All right, couple other things. This thread stand, I love, have that handy. You definitely want to have some curved embroidery scissors. And then something I always use and keep close by for spraying my fabrics and stabilizer together is some type of spray adhesive. Make sure it's one that doesn't gum up your needle, doesn't sting too much. There are some that are great, some that are not. This is the new Mettler Web Bond. I like it because it sprays a little bit more direct and not so much of an overspray. Definitely find an area in your sewing room or outside that you can spray the layers together so again things don't get onto your machine. Now one other thing I would recommend that you look into purchasing is one additional hoop at least. The 120 by 120 hoop is about almost a 5 by 5 hoop. You're going to save stabilizer. You're going to work with this when your designs are at the smaller size, and then you don't have to use such big pieces when you're just embroidering something small. So those are just the basic accessories that I pull out when ready to embroider. You don't need much. You don't even need your foot control plugged in. You can even undo that and leave it at home if you're going to classes or something. So let's get started. Let's do and learn how to properly hoop our fabric next.